There isn't much I can tell you right now, Cole.
Is somebody gonna tell us what the hell is going on?
I swear, this town is going straight to hell.
Someone was keeping watch. Looks like they were here for quite a while. Brand looks distinctive. Whoever he was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere. Did you see anyone hanging around the Morelli's home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Can't say as I was looking out, though.
You sure, Mr. Foreman? There are signs of someone hanging around over there by the fence.
Hey, now that you come to think of it, there was a guy. Kind of tall. Skinny, though.
Anything else?
Orange lumber jacket, beat-up hat, and no hair. I thought he was the pest exterminator guy who was working around here the last few days. But that guy had hair.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Foreman.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen. I could get it for you if you like.
That would be great.
Any luck, Cole?
A couple of things. What did you pick up?
Folded piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
Добрый вечерочек и здоровья, стики. Или как там, я помню, как было. Тебя звали Стики Гартер. Да, что-то в этом роде. Как жизнь молодая?
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
For what?
Мы за Новую Калифорнию. Building in Barra, California. Want to buy all home today? Call 28WO. Elysian Field.
For Elysian Fields Developments.
Так, а меня хоть слышно? Во имя Христа Спасителя. Так, секундочку, секундочку. Так, тиховато вижу. Жуть какая, не надо такое запоминать. Тут два варианта. Либо забыл, ай-яй-яй, как же ты меня что забыл, не помнишь. Либо такой, блин, жуть какая, ты что за мной следишь? Ты что, откуда ты все это помнишь? Ужас. Да, в принципе, такая жизнь. Да что ж такое? Так. Так, у нас финальные миссии в Noire. Кстати, Стики в Noire играл. Как жизнь молодая. Что в последний играл?
I see you
Что
already have one.
изменилось? Мы за Новую Калифорнию. Они по-любому в этом всем замешаны. В этих всех пожарах.
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
Да, интересно. Это уникальная, конечно же, игра. Есть еще одна украинская студия. Frogware или что-то такое. Они разрабатывают игры по Шерлоку Холмсу. Да, вот надо как-нибудь тоже. У меня есть одна из их игр Crime and Punishment, и недавно вышел новый Шерлок Холмс. Да, это проблемная игра в том плане, что прикольно, некоторые дела очень интересные, кому-то понравится то, кому понравится это, но это не настолько динамичная и веселая игрушка, чтобы ее пройти всю. Для меня сейчас реально тяжело ее уже проходить. Некоторые миссии скучные, некоторые миссии очень классные, поэтому тут раз на раз не приходится.
748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
You have a message. Contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Да, в GTA намного веселее играть.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe? He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
Не, ну это неплохая стратегия
Kelty
по
has
одному
warned us
делу
off
в день.
over Elysian.
Makes sense. It's a dead end. We should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure. Corner of Fountain and Wilton. Let's go.
Ага, ну погнали.
Can you drive to this one?
Ранчо Эскандидо. Ну, следующую игрушку я буду проходить GTA 5, и потом думал Red Dead Redemption. Но Red Dead Redemption я вообще думал уже будет в следующем году. Январь, да, и там уже посмотрим. А что я проходил? Кажется, Dark Souls я когда проходил. Ты, Стики, часто меня смотрел, да? Я бы хотел поиграть в Demon's Souls, в Bloodborne и в Elden Ring. All the Elden Ring. Опа, еще один пожар.
Tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property.
It is not
This is
safe,
America,
sir.
dickhead.
Now step back, or I'll lock you up for a
Smart
fray.
mouth son of a bitch.
Какой хороший удар.
Black and blue.
That's done it, Coleman. We're gonna have to pacify these poor saps.
Давай. Получай еще. Еще. Как мне это нравится. Вот, черт. Что-то я расслабился немножко, вот получил. Первый РДР не было. Но у меня нет Xbox, чтобы поиграть в первый РДР. И единственный выход это подождать, пока Red Dead Redemption в принципе выйдет на ПК. Уже слухи появились, что разрабатывают ремейк, и это с 90% вероятностью правда. Единственная надежда, что это не будет такое же дерьмо, как GTA трилогия. Одна из моих любимейших игр GTA San Andreas превратилась в какое-то дерьмо. Если это можно так назвать.
Phelps, I think I found something over here.
Опа. Какой-то кирпичик интересный.
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on the cheap.
Не, ну на самом деле RDR 2 по сюжету идет до событий RDR 1. И как бы пройти вторую часть, потом первую. Тоже очень логично и нормально. Так, кто-то хреновый цемент сделал. Опа, настолько хреново. Интересно.
If we're paying a visit to Elysian and ruining my career, let's bite the bullet and get on with it.
Что, здесь больше ничего нету? Серьезно? Не, ну если он мне подсказывает, погнали. Че тогда не послушать его, да и не погнать. И я не боюсь здесь плохо завершить дело. Я больше хочу именно пройти, потому что немного тоже устал. От Noire эта игра, конечно же, великолепна. Но не для всех, не для всех.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Ну, в этом плане, да,
exactly are
они
we going?
извинились и обещали починить, как, насколько это возможно, эту прекрасную игру. Они вернули, получается, в магазины. Но вообще, как бы, ну, ROCKSTAR обычно компания, которая очень сильно следит за качеством своих продуктов. Как бы, хоть это не они разрабатывали, но это игры, которые очень важны для многих людей. Они сильно ошиблись, но теперь стараются хоть как-то... Ну, конечно, самое важное — это похеренная вообще атмосфера. Все это баги. Это еще хуже смотрится, чем оригинальные игры. Думаешь, зачем все это было придумано?
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
Нет, блин, ты
Да,
можешь
that's
нас
our
не
cue.
пустить.
Thanks, ma'am.
Мы же чертовы полицейские. Что хотим, то и делаем. Ну, на самом деле нет, хотя в то время частично да.
May I help you, gentlemen?
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office.
Опа. Вот он, наш уважаемый парень.
You like a cigar? Drink, boys.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Biggs.
То убери, убери.
We're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys. How can I help?
Ну, он серьезный мужик.
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybills.
Дом под снос, окурки, следы сапог, бумажный журавлик, реклама резины, качественный цемент. Трупы перемещены.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecued, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
Розыгрыш
What do you
поездки.
know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
Фотография. Так, это на мне не поможет. Окурки, бумажный журавлик. Так. Но у меня здесь два варианта. Либо сказать сомнение, либо показать выиграй. Ну, типа, он на ней. Не знаю, стоит ли это делать или нет. Ну, я думаю, стоит. Да, я думаю, стоит. Давайте попробуем. Давайте попробуем. Ладно, вранье ставим. Да черт побери, как это работает.
Level with me, Mr. Monroe. You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund? Do you want to accuse them of murder as well?
Скупка участка.
You've made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
Поездка, дома под снос, расчистка участков для строительства домов для ветеранов войны. И что мне это даст? Расчистка участков для строительства домов для ветеранов. Матерь его честная. Так, что он там хоть сказал? Мы найдем обходной путь.
Come on, Mr. Monroe.
Есть.
You expect me
угадал.
to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense.
Пожар на ранчо Эскандидо.
What's Elysian Fields' involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulations.
Absolutely. Only the best for our returning heroes.
You're lying, Monroe. There's something out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend. There's no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
Иди сюда. Я сейчас тебе тут все докажу, что у тебя не гребаный, некачественный цемент.
I'm no
Бум.
expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire and Life. Investment of that magnitude demands it. Do you think that they'd vouch for the buildings without examining them? The arsonists, do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for way bills, do you suppose it could be any of them? I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the police pension fund?
Glad to be of help, officers. Are you deaf?
What's the story? Any
Go
of these names
away.
ring a bell?
Джозеф Брэдли, Пол Джонс, Herbert.
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone.
6
We need to know
секунд.
where we're at with Chapman.
Так, я вернулся. Лос-Анджелесский полицейский департамент вернулся. При всем уважении. Валим отсюда. Как же я хорошо. Тут все провернул.
Everybody in this town I'm gonna get good and tight come Friday.
Позвони мне,
Operator, message
позвони.
for KGPL.
Позвони мне, ради бога.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective. I'm sorry, Detective.
It's not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thanks.
Интересно. Ура! Воу. Неужели та самая немка, с которой он мутил? Из-за которой он разошелся со своей женой и потерял ребенка и жену. Серьезно? О май гад.
Buy me a drink, Cole? No. Not even for old time's sake? Not even for that. You're not gonna ask me why I'm here? I wouldn't give you the pleasure. We'll get around it. She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel about... Save the threats for someone who cares about them, Roy. You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you. Stay away from Elysian Fields. I should have known that you were playing errand boy. You and your doofus partner. You have been warned. Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that company. I have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here. Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
Да, еще тот ублюдок, который меня подставил, из-за которого меня понизили. Он сдал меня, что я типа переспал с другой девушкой.
You? McKelty started making noises about my pension.
Sorry about that, Virgil. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
KGPL calling car 11K.
Погнали дальше. Продолжим наш.
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman is 650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go pick him up.
Так, Чепмен, мы едем. Выезжаем за этим ублюдком.
I did, but I don't like to talk about it.
You come across a guy called Jack Kelso out that way?
You know Jack Kelso?
He's an insurance investigator over at California Fire and Life. Our paths cross from time to time. For some reason, seeing you makes me think of him.
Has Jack spoken to you about his experiences on Sugarloaf? Or the rest of the campaign?
Jack keeps stum just like you do. I know what it feels like to get back from conflict. You gotta respect that.
Так, поворачиваем налево. Так. Тут же еще главный замут в том, что типа два друга, которые сильно спорили на войне, вернулись же с войны, с жестоких боев, да, и по-своему как-то интерпретируется, что с ними случилось. Интересно, как закончится вся эта история с Джеком Кэлс, с этими отделом нравов, этим подкупным мэром и тому подобное. Немного, конечно, не хватает этой игре какого-то особого стиля, все-таки как бы сделано хорошо. И сам геймплей мог быть как-то порезче, поэнергичнее, что ли. Но это так уже придирки, на самом деле просто игра хорошая, в первую очередь. Сорянский. Твоя тачка, конечно, немножко повреждена. Воу, брат, куда ты поворачиваешь? Что мне делать? Вот так делать? Пошли всех в задницу. Не в огне быть сказано. Но это же реализм. Нет, я согласен с Тики. Здесь же как раз все сделано на реализме. Это круто. Да, но, как я сказал, из-за этого игра еле-еле, сколько там продаж, 4 миллиона копий. Ну, как бы вообще это неплохие цифры, она окупилась, все хорошо, но когда ты ROCKSTAR, и у тебя игры продаются тиражами там, от 35 миллионов это минимум, там 150 миллионов продается GTA 4, GTA 5.
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. There's some kind
Let's
of
take
problem.
a look at the car.
Так, что, посмотрим машину? Давайте посмотрим машину. Так, открываем багажник.
See what he's hauling around.
О май гад. Маскила.
Motive, opportunity, and hard evidence.
Так, у нас уже есть доказательства, что, скорее всего, он поджег все. Так, Беннин, это что такое? Оу, у него есть пули. 50 патронов Беннингтона, Пресижена калибра 45. Бронебойный патрон. Да вы издеваетесь. Даже... как его? Даже Бэтмена можно убить такими патронами. Так, это что еще такое? Какая-то книжечка? Ну, конечно же. Мы за Новую Калифорнию. Мы купим ваш старый дом уже сегодня.
Definitely gives him opportunity.
Но пока все указывает на него, но что-то мне кажется, что возможно его подставить.
There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit, he's seen us.
Cops. Again.
Ой-ой-ой, у него еще и пистолет.
Son of a bitch, he must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole.
Так, гребаный трамвай, ребятки, трамвай.
I'll call this in, get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL. 11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar. Currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Что нам с ним делать? Я ничего не сделал этот трамвай. Гребаный трамвай.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him.
Не упущу я его. Все нормально. Я так понимаю, тоже таранить его нет смысла, потому что это такая махина гигантская.
See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down.
Давай. Я сейчас слева подъеду, ты его подстрелишь.
Hold him tight, Cole. As soon as he ditches the tram, we'll be there to grab him.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole.
Серьезно? Да вы издеваетесь. Это как-то так было странно. Че, пристрелить его? Так я не мог достать оружие. Вот в чем фишка. Ну ладно, сейчас посмотрим.
Hold it, Cole. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops. Again.
Это бред какой-то. Ну реально, я хотел достать пистолет, а мне не получилось. Потом я хотел просто его типа вырубить.
I'll call this in. Get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL. 11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar. Currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Roger, 11K. All units. Officers need assistance on Melrose Avenue. A suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar headed eastbound. Approach with caution. Suspect is in control of the streetcar, driving dangerously. Units to animal code 3 identified.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him.
Давай, давай, сейчас я ему еще раз прыжу левый бок. Вроде бы работает. Я вижу, у него что-то отваливается. Может, ты тоже в него стрельнешь, да? Черт я побери.
See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down.
Давай, 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 давай. Сейчас подъеду слева. Так, спокойно.
Hold him tight, Cole. As soon as he ditches the trap, we'll be there to grab him.
Давай, стреляй, стреляй.
End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole. Like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
I'm not so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
The fires benefit Elysian in some way. I don't see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. Hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Nice work, gentlemen. Put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. I couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? We'll be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
Так что, мы раскрыли дело. О, все-таки он теперь встречается с этой немкой. Да ну молодец, а что, нужно двигаться дальше.
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. He worked for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help this Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He's a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you could take this money and and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
Одобряю. Раз уж он пошел налево, а жена и дети от него отказались, либо нужно бороться за детей и за жену, либо уже уходить к ней. Я не нашел одну маленькую улику. Возможно, человек был мотив для преступления, как и связь с Монро и Лизи, но сведения об этом он нанес с собой в могилу. Я, оказывается, не нашел одну маленькую улику, у меня было бы идеальное закрытое дело. Но, к сожалению, не получилось. Ну, в принципе, и так хорошо раскрыл дело. Ладно, сейчас 5 минут. Умоюсь водички налью и подойду. Ну что ж, дамы и господа, мы возвращаемся к делу и продолжим. Что у нас будет дальше? Вот что интересно. House of Sticks. Спичечный домик.
Mr. Kelso?
That's what the sign on the door says, miss.
Что, не понял? Неужели я сейчас буду играть за Келса? Эльза Лихтман, Бассонет, Бульвар 6005, Калифорния, Wildlife. Elsa Lichtman, dear Miss Lichtman, pertaining to the matter of policy number and the sudden death of Mr. Lewis.
Oh, just you wait.
Ничего не понял. А что ты не понял, Стики?
There's no need to come into the office, Ms. Lichtman. If you accept the settlement, all you need to do is sign here.
Да, все просто. У нее умер какой-то знакомый или ее родственник. И из-за того, что не очень хороший дом, и как бы $20 000 платит.
I don't accept the
What do you mean you don't
страховку.
accept? I think you're pushing your luck, lady. This seems to be a ridiculously generous settlement. A $200 policy with a $20,000 payout? You should...
I don't want the money.
What do you mean you don't want the money?
I want you to investigate this case. I feel my friend may have been the victim of foul play.
Okay. Let me get the case file.
Я на название затриггерился.
There's got to be more in these files.
Так, Legion Fields. Так, Калифорния, Fire and Life. Ну ладно, там все-таки не стики. Угу, стики, я понял. Блин, интересно, что мы с другого персонажа играем. Это так необычно. Так, по делу страхового полиса. Сотрудник компании Legion Fields. При вскрытии обнаружен перелом основания черепа, предположительно в результате независимых экспериментального прогона. Показало, что изъяны по заключению следователя смерть Луиса и он является несчастным случаем. Тимоти Ли, старший следователь, отделе компенсации.
Sounds like your friend took a hell of a fall. I'm sorry for your loss.
You look like you were a big pain in the neck. Now I have a much lower. Oh, just you wait. Grown men playing at being boys.
Ничего не понимаю, что мне надо сделать?
Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Of course not.
Оспоренная выплата.
What basis do you have for your claim of foul play?
Lou Buckwalter was a craftsman. I don't believe he would have made a roof that would collapse.
You want me to reopen this case based on your woman's intuition? That isn't going to happen. Take the money.
I've already told you I do not want the money. There's something wrong with that house.
Блин, у меня типа правильный ответ, точнее вопрос, но по сути я ничего не получил, она ничего не ответила. Связь Бухвальд.
You and Buckwalter weren't married?
No.
Then how did you become his beneficiary?
We were family friends.
You expect me to reopen this case because you come in here walking that walk? Well, I'm not buying it. I think you should tell me what the hell is going on.
You really want to know?
Yes.
We were interned together on Ellis Island. Resident alien Germans whose parents had been killed by Nazis. Do you see the irony in that, Mr. Kelso? We spent 4 years there.
Джазовая певица, выгодоприобретатель по страховому полису Бухвальтера. Непонятно, что ее, возможно, считали еврейкой или
So
нет.
the roof collapsed. Accidents happen. What exactly are you trying to achieve here, Miss Lichtman?
Exactly what I said. I want that building thoroughly investigated.
Да ты задолбала уже врать.
You expect me to believe that you have no ulterior motive? That money means nothing to you?
I believe that money has value. I believe your work defines who you are, and you should be paid relative to the quality of your work.
All right, Miss Lichtman. One final question.
Yes.
What's your address?
Is that usual?
Is there anything usual about this case, Miss Lichtman?
The address is on the letter, Mr. Kelso.
The address, not the phone number.
Блин, он это так сказал?
Mr. Benson would like to see you in his office, Jack. Upstairs.
Да, мы играем за Келси. И он тоже запал на нее. Ее вот этот томный взгляд и общение. Ее стильная одежда. И небольшой немецкий акцент.
Top of my class back east.
Ну нельзя
Now
так.
waiting tables.
Он же с ней
This is
встречается.
no battle of wits
Будет смешно, если
I never pick on an
он начнет
unarmed
с ней
man.
встречаться, и она будет встречаться с двумя мужиками одновременно.
Mr. Benson, you wanted to see me?
Ah, yes, Jack. I'm just trying out a new putter. I noticed Elsa Lichtman in the lobby.
It's the weirdest thing, Mr. Benson.
Call me Curtis, Jack. This is California.
Like I said, Curtis, this is a very strange case.
How so, Jack?
That lady, Elsa Lichtman, is refusing a 20 grand payout.
Elsa Lichtman is hardly a lady, Jack. She's a jazz musician. Plays at the Blue Room in Hollywood. She has a fine pair of lungs, now that I think
She's
of
the
it.
beneficiary of this guy, Lou Buckwalter. He was killed in an industrial accident working for Elysian Fields Developments. You know Elysian?
I'm familiar with Leland Monroe. We move in similar circles.
Well, Miss Lichtman is making some pretty serious accusations. She says the case stinks and that
She's a
something
very
happened.
highly strung girl, Jack. Strung out might be a better way to put it.
It's a pretty generous payment, Curtis. I think I should look into it.
Is there anything wrong with the paperwork, Kelso?
No, there isn't, Mr. Benson.
I didn't think so. Pay the case out and get her off our backs.
I can't make her take the money,
Deal
sir.
with it, Jack. Do your fucking job. Do I have to do everything?
No, sir, you don't.
Fine, Jack. Fine. You know I have the greatest confidence in you.
Thanks, Mr. Benson.
Тут он понял, что... Кажется, что-то пахнет жареным. Все защищают это гребаное Elysian Fields.
Your car, Mr. Kelso?
Thanks, kid.
Прикольно. Мне нравится, как-то свежо, новый персонаж. Я давно уже хотел за него поиграть. Елисейские поля. Прямо по Франции, Париж.
That's not how my pop taught me to mix it. Someone is cutting corners.
Так, это у нас что? Так. Отдел безопасности строительства Лос-Анджелеса. В соответствии с разделом 96.1 строительственного кодекса постановляет немедленно прекратить строительство работы в жилом массиве Норманди-авеню в связи с несчастным случаем. Дата
Bulldozing and starting again.
Так, что у нас еще есть? Collision Fields, Оксфорд Авеню, куда стройплощадка Collision Fields, соответственно, Куансвилл Стрит 4105. Кому Фрэнк Остерман? Сроки строительства. Release won't be tolerated. Задержки недопустимы.
Leland Monroe, the man with the grin. Looks like he doesn't like to be disappointed.
Так, тут вроде бы все. Угу. У нас что-то еще есть?
Hey! You just can't be walking around down here.
I'm Jack Kelso, from California Fire and Life.
I don't care if you're from the Vatican. Buzz off!
I'm investigating the accidental death of a Lou Buckwalter, and...
You deaf? Do I have to beat on you?
Looks like you do. I came to see the house where Lou Buckwalter died. You were just about to offer to show me the way.
It's out the gate and 3 houses down on the left. Don't know what you're looking for, smart guy. There's nothing there.
Then I'll poke around in the rubble.
Fine. As long as you're out of my sight.
Так, снесенный дом, погнали.
The place falls down and then they bulldoze it. What gives here?
Почему он ничего не говорит? Ладно, если ничего не говорит, скорее всего, здесь ничего нет.
A skeleton goes into a bar and orders a beer and a mop.
Let's try to piece this together. That's not right.
This guy must have escaped from the loony bin.
They don't quite fit.
Keystone Films. Who gets their lumber from a film studio?
Что можно говорить, смотря на палку? Ну там типа что-то написано не для строительства. И я теперь понял, что в чем фишка. Ой-ой-ой. Вот черт. Воу, сейчас, секундочку, и черта побери. Ну, прикольно. Да, что-то как-то жестко получилось. Просто сумасшедший парень на меня налетел. Сейчас, секунду. Так, ну что, возвращаемся к нашим баранам. Вот вам реализм. Не, ну это было очень неожиданно. Не думаю, что кто-то пойдет на парня, который расследует страховые дела. Вот так. И что он теперь будет делать просто? Он даже к нему не подошел и даже не арестовал его. Он как-то понял, что типа, если я сейчас вызову полицию, либо что-нибудь сделаю официально, то типа все это пойдет по одному месту, да, и никому это не будет надо.
Jack Kelso, California Fire and Life investigator. I need an address on the Keystone Film Company.
The address is 658 North Wilton Place. Is there anything else?
No, thank you, ma'am.
Да, он бывший морпех. Он справится. Ладно, поездим в его синей машине. Погнали. Ой, черт побери. Да что ж такое? Называется, открыл окно. Сейчас, секундочку. Так, собрались. Погнали наших городских.
What?
Жесть. Вот она, Калифорния. Вот он, Лос-Анджелес.
Control your car.
Так, сейчас надо налево, например. Да, попробуем. Ой-ой-ой, хорошо, нехорошо, хорошо, отлично. Более-менее прошли, кстати. А, кстати, сколько мне вообще дел осталось пройти? Где-то я там написано где-то было. Так, это вот это третье дело, спичечный домик, и потом еще 3 дела надо пройти. Воу. Будет непросто, будет непросто. Ну, навряд ли сегодня, да, вот это сейчас дело закончу и все.
Hi, Mac. I work for California Fire and Life. I'm looking into an industrial accident. Here? No, not here. The housing development over on Normandy Avenue. So? I found some lumber over there, had the Keystone name printed on it.
We've been closed since '41. Never quite made the transition to talkies. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund are pulling the place down.
Know anything about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nix.
Mind if I take a look around?
I'm kind of hungry. If someone was to leave a couple of bucks here, I might wander down the street and get a cup of coffee.
Is there a key to the gate?
No. The only guys who go in or out are some delivery guys from Elysian Fields. They're working on a housing development over at Wilton and Santa Monica. You'll have to hop it.
Как же он хорош, просто прыгает как кузнечик.
Let's see what the rich and powerful have to say for themselves.
The reel should be nearby.
Suburban Redevelopment Fund. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund pledges to speed up housing development for returning GI.
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Harlan Fontaine. He's our latest investor in the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. Doctor, this is Curtis Benson. He's Vice President of the California Fire and Life. Pleased to meet you, Doctor. Ray Gordon, Editor of the Times. Doctor. Editor of the Times. Doctor. District Attorney Don Sandler and Police Chief... Exalt.
In a great day for the future of Los Angeles, civic leaders and businessmen joined forces to launch the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund pledges to speed up housing development for returning GI.
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Harlan Fontaine. He's our latest investor in the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. Doctor, this is Curtis Benson. He's Vice President of the California Fire and Life. Pleased to meet you, Doctor. Ray Gordon, Police Chief Warren.
Gentlemen, I am delighted to be in such exalted company.
You're making quite a name for yourself, Doctor, amongst the thespian fraternity.
I find that those of artistic temperament are often of a fragile mental disposition.
It's a short step from miscreant to recidivism, Doctor.
Very true. But I think we could all agree that the City of Angels does rather well basking in the reflection of the motion picture industry.
Hear, hear. And it's something that every sucker getting off a train at Union Station wants a part of. Gentlemen, we're here to sell the American dream, and Hollywood is our greatest advertiser.
So, how is your new development selling, Leland?
Cannot throw them up fast enough, Ray.
And that's part of the problem, Leland. Washington is receiving steady complaints. There's a clamor for public housing.
God damn it, Ray. Public housing is tantamount to communism. Now, that's why we fought this goddamn war. I'm telling you, it's Reds via the back door.
You can't have it both ways, Leland. The new freeways are being built to service all your developments out in the boondocks. They're all being built with government money.
The GI Bill is government money.
There's a difference.
What difference?
The GI money ends up in my pocket.
I hope you mean our pockets, Leland. We're all investors.
Of course, Curtis. So, when will the freeway bond be passed on?
It still has to be ratified. It takes a long time to raise $3 billion.
I need to find a game well or a telephone.
In a great day for the future of Los Angeles, civic leaders and businessmen joined forces to launch the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund pledges to speed up housing development for returning GIs.
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Harlan Fontaine. He's our latest investor in the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. Doctor, this is Curtis Benson. He's Vice President of the California Fire and Life.
Pleased to meet you, Doctor.
Ray Gordon, editor of the Times.
Doctor.
District Attorney Donald Sandler and Police Chief Warren.
Gentlemen, I am delighted to be in such exalted company.
You're making quite a name for yourself, Doctor, amongst the...
Что же будет дальше?
Operator, Los Angeles Police Dispatch, if it's not too much trouble.
Putting you through now.
This is Jack Kelso, investigator for California Fire and Life. Can you put me through to Curtis Benson, please?
Just a moment, please, Mr. Kelso.
Jack, how can I help?
Do you know anything about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund, Mr. Benson?
I've heard of them, Jack. Building new homes for GIs.
With green lumber that was used on movie sets.
Jack, are you working the Buckwalter case?
Mr. Benson, are you part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Jack, I want you to listen very clearly. Call Miss Lickman. Call her as soon as you hang up. Arrange to see her tonight and get her to agree to the settlement. Do it tonight. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
End of story, Jack. I don't want to hear another word about Elsa Lickman or Lou Buckwalter.
Can you put me through to Michigan 221?
Putting the call through.
Hello?
Ms. Lichtman, it's Jack Kelso.
Yes, Mr. Kelso.
I've been looking into your case.
Yes, and what have you found?
It doesn't look good. I need to see you.
Meet me at the Blue Room. I work there tonight. I take a break around 9. I'll be waiting at the stage door. We can talk then. Auf Wiedersehen, Mr. Kelso.
Thanks.
Интересно, как это все закончится.
Don't suppose I'll make a plea, 'cause baby, you know I'm guilty.
И ушел. И что, теперь я подъеду сейчас? Ну, точнее, другой персонаж.
What were you doing with him?
I was doing what you asked.
I didn't ask you to meet him in an alleyway.
Why do you snarl at me? Your friend came to ask me to accept the insurance.
He's not my friend, Elsa.
I think he's a brave man, and you have placed him in great danger. You've involved him in something, and he has no idea of the risk. Can you live with that, Cole?
Elsa, I need his help, and he hates my guts.
Forget the past, Cole. He deserves a chance to say no. If he helps you, let it be on his terms.
I'll go see him in the morning.
Так, смотри, стрельплощадку вторую. Погнали, короче. Погнали. Вот сам доедет. Вообще красиво. Не надо ничего делать. Так, ему нужен ковер. Что я могу сказать? Так, куда мне дальше идти?
You lose something, Mac?
I thought these private eye types were all wise guys with smart mouths.
Looks like the snappy repartee has all dried up.
Get on with it.
What's your hurry, Mac? You got some place to go?
You ever do the cat and mouse routine without a gun in your hand?
Now that's more like it.
Let's put a few patches in that sucker.
Time for you to lose some teeth.
All right, let's dance.
Don't worry, buddy. I'll lay you out quick.
Oh.
You're a worn, tough guy. You should learn to take a hint. Get him downstairs and into the trunk.
Ну да, блин, все-таки что-то наподобие следователя. Если его прибьют, то это будет очень большим делом.
Sure, he turned up all right. He's wishing he didn't. He's in the trunk. He's going nowhere. The boys introduced themselves. What do you want done with him, Mr. Monroe? Yeah, I know a good place. We'll pick up a shovel and a pick on the way. It's up in the hills behind Griffith Park. We'll deal with that German bitch next.
Elsa. Sorry, pal. Desperate times. What's your problem? Monroe owns the city. Owns the cops. I need to find Elsa.
Да, все подкуплено просто. Целый город Монроe. Реально, он сидел там со всеми крутыми людьми. Все были бандиты.
I ain't got time for this. Is that the last of them?
Так, погнали. Да, пошли какие-то неожиданные интересные миссии. Прикольно. Hollywoodland. Да, хорошенько мы вставили.
So you're still carrying that Army 45, Cole?
For God's sake, Cole! Call an ambulance!
Жесть. Жестко, сильно, молодежно. Вау. Офигенская миссия. Мне очень понравилось.
Satchel charges on the cave entrance from above. Covering fire on weapons team. Look for snipers in the trees. You know the drill. No risks, no heroes, no prisoners.
You want some roast on this one, Sarge?
No, you guys have done enough. Head back to Webb's. We are going to blow every cave we come across. Close them down and move on, people.
Damn. I was hoping to get me a samurai sword.
Skipper says that Phelps has fallen behind again. This guy's fire team's checking every cave. It's lost another flamethrower. I want you to get over there and hurry them along.
Ho, boom. Weapons company.
Sir.
Sir.
We have a major cave complex in front of us, Hogaboom. I want flamethrowers and BAR teams to clean it out.
Begging your pardon, sir. But if it's a big complex, why don't we bring the Shermans in? They could pour it in there.
We can't wait for tanks to be brought up. I'm already behind.
Then blow the cave. No skin off our nose. Bury them.
We are going in there and clearing them out. We are doing it by the numbers, Sergeant. Get your team in place. We're moving out. Mount up! First fire team and flamethrowers. Head in!
Where's he going? Where's who going? The big cowboy. He's going in.
Who gave that order?
You did.
Да, он потерял. Потерял контроль, потерял контроль. Всякое бывает. Вежливое приглашение. Ладно, это уже другой день. Было реально интересно, весело и молодежно. Спасибо, Стики, что заходил. Всем, кто заходил на стрим, благодарю. Ну, надеюсь, увидимся в среду, либо в пятницу. Да, я так думаю, скоро я, наверное, буду стримить уже 2 раза в неделю. Приблизительно по 3 часа. Да. Так будет повеселее, конечно. А то 3 раза в неделю я, наверное, уже не вывожу. Но все же. Кто знает, что будет дальше. С вами был Speedful. Have a nice day, nice life. Goodbye.